Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This one here is a preview for Rally Estonia, round 7 of the 2021 WRC season. It's the halfway point, and it's the 4th time that we're going to be seeing the standings being absolutely dominated by current gen World Rally cars. Because in 2018-2019, when it was known as the Shell Helix Rally Estonia, we saw it being used as almost a kind of shakedown opportunity, so that the works teams could get ready for Rally Finland by doing another fast-paced event. That kind of stopped after 2019, where Elfyn Evans found himself injured after a hard landing, but the only reason why it stopped was because last year, it was 10 months ago now, it was Project Restart. It was the first round back for the WRC after its break, and it brought so much action with it. But if you have a look at who's been getting podiums in Rally Estonia, well, it is no surprise that the top step for the last 3 runnings have been Oit Tanak. In addition to that, we've seen a 3rd place and last time out a 2nd place for Craig Breen. We saw in 2018 Hayden Padden get 2nd. In 2019 it was Mikkelsen and Lappi 2nd and 3rd. And 2020 it was Ogier who took the 3rd place podium spot. And given that, well, out of the people from 18, 19 and 20 on the podium, the only 3 that are still rallying are those 3, well, in a works car for this weekend, to be exact. It's definitely going to be quite the event to have a look at. And especially because we've got all kinds of different changes around the service park as well. Craig Breen's back for Hyundai. The 42 will be the 3rd Hyundai World Rally car. We'll also see Pierre-Louis Lube back after having sat the Safari out, giving the car to Oliver Solberg. Solberg's going to be back in the WRC2 car, and that's going to be enjoyable to see the fully fledged kind of Hyundai WRC2 team, because they weren't able to do anything after Portugal. And guess who's got the call up? Because Portugal was where Ole Christian Fabi had to withdraw, and then he was given the ban from WRC events. It's Jari Huutonen. I said this, the WRC3 driver has been doing such spectacular things. I think he won last year, didn't he, the category? And he's been he was the first Hyundai junior driver in a pool that included the likes of Kalle and Pedro. He's starting to come good now as Huutonen, and I mean, to be fair, he had it in him, but he's now gotten into a brilliant run of form. And this is just me talking about the support categories, but if you look through, you've also got the likes of Nikolai Graj in there, you've got Jörg Lilleman, you've got Tom Christensen in the WRC2, he's in the M Sport entry, and Adrian Formeau, of course. If you look at WRC3, you've got Kajetan Kajetanovic, Egon Kor, Emil Lindholm, you've got Fabrizio Zaldivar with Carlos Del Barrio, former co-driver of Danny Sordo, alongside. But if I keep going down, there's one that I'd like to mention. There's one crew that I'd like to mention. The number 56, Molly Taylor and Seb Marshall. They're going to be in a Rally 3 M Sport Poland prepared Fiesta, which is brilliant to see. Molly Taylor is one of those talents who you just wish had got the big WRC break. Very few people from Australasia are really getting that call-up now. And to see Molly getting that call-up, even if it's in a WRC3 car, that's brilliant. She's been doing brilliantly in Extreme E for Rosberg Extreme Racing, alongside Johan Kristoffersen, and there's a reason why. Because she's a brilliant driver in her own merit. She's somebody who really should have made it to the WRC, but for whatever reason that never happened. And Seb Marshall alongside is brilliant, and I'm expected to see some awesome WRC Plus coverage about the pair of them. We've also got the juniors, and we can see the battle heat up there as well, because remember, different points to go off of stage wins as well. But let's talk about the big hitters. Who do I think is going to be the lot that come out on top? Well, I think it'd be hard to bet against Tanak, especially with Hyundai coming in with a new engine. But after having seen how that suspension has been playing up this season, and it's been more or less the rear right most of the time. We've seen failures for Sordo, we've seen failures for Neville, we saw failures 2 rallies in a row for Tanak, both times while leading. I mean, we saw it for Neville last time while he was leading, we saw it for Sordo when he was battling for a lead as well in Sardinia. Here they really need to do something about it. But the new engine, that could really bring a bit of a challenge. But Dirtfish, they're putting the money on Kalle to get his first World Rally win. I wouldn't rule it out. For him, it's between that and his home rally in Finland. But I can understand thinking that the young Finn will become the youngest World Rally winner. A record that I think he will hold for almost forever. I could see that happening this time out. He's had a horrible run of form for the first half of this season, and I really hope he gets into the groove of things. Because he is going to be one of those people that goes on to dominate the championship. The next generation of rallying is going to be Solberg versus Rovanperä. And it's surprising that he hasn't won yet. But I'm going to put my money on Tanak. I saw a lot of people putting odds on Katsuta to win. I'll tell you what, he's come good really well. In these past 2 seasons, he's done brilliantly, and this season especially. There's a reason why he was in second at the Safari, and it wasn't because of the rate of attrition. He was able to be so consistent and so reliable that he was able to do that. And likewise for Mo, somebody who is on the up and up. Could really be proud about the next crop of World Rally drivers we're seeing coming through. But yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be Tanak. I think Kalle's going to get a podium. I bloody hope he gets a podium. And for the third spot, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to say Craig Breen. I know that's not really mixing it up. He's been on the podium twice. But I think that's going to be our podium. In what order? I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing it be a bit like last season. I wouldn't mind seeing Craig Breen pick up his first win. But I'll wait for Deep to make that bet. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around. Bye-bye for now.